Hello, and welcome to the second episode of the On the Fritz podcast. Holy cow, I cannot believe we're doing episode 2. This is so crazy. I genuinely did not think anybody was going to watch episode 1. I didn't even think that anybody was going to watch episode 1, let alone have everybody enjoy episode 1 and get as much love and support from episode 1. So thank you. If you watched episode 1, I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you liked it, shared it, commented on it, I really did, told me in person, I really do appreciate the love that you guys gave for the On the Fritz podcast episode 1. Definitely go back and watch that. That's kind of the foundation. This is what this podcast is about. This is what we're doing. This is who I am. So definitely go back and watch that. Quick recap you're going to go back and watch it. But if you decided for some reason to not, my name is Abby. I am the one-woman show behind On the Fritz Fitness, On the Fritz Baking. That is all yours truly. And now we have an On the Fritz podcast. This podcast really is, I'm fidgeting with my hair. I'm sorry, guys. This podcast really is kind of just like a check-in with myself and my fitness journey. And in addition to that, we're also going to bring in some other people on their own fitness journeys to hear their stories. So I'm very, very excited for the On the Fritz podcast. We do have our mascot off screen, so Marley might pop up here every once in a while. And yeah, let's get into this. We're doing episode 2. So last week, I girl bossed Too Close to the Sun on either chest and tricep or leg day, probably leg day. And I had a terrible form and I had too heavy of weights and I hurt myself. I tweaked my back. I did leg day on Monday. I was fine on Tuesday. And then woke up on Wednesday and my back was really sore. And I was like, it's just from working out. I'll get up, I'll move around, I'll stretch it, and I'll be fine. And so I got up, I went downstairs, and then I started to go to work. And as I was at work, my boss let me have her heating pad, and it was maybe 2 hours into work, and I was on the verge of tears. So my boss was like, hey, I think you need to go home and rest. So I went home, and the entire car ride home, I was crying and trying not to throw up. So I came home, I tried to get as comfortable as I could in the bed, and I just passed out. And then, not to get too TMI, but I was also having terrible Mother Nature cramps. I have PCOS, and I could actively feel cysts either rupturing or it felt like they were leaving my body, or they were honestly probably bursting. I don't know, but it hurt like an MFer. So not only was my back hurting, but also my front, pretty much my entire midsection was in so much pain. I did not have fun at all. And because of that, I tried to not go to the gym on Thursday. My coach lovingly called me out on it though and said, hey, you're paying me to teach you these things. You got to go to the gym. And I was like, okay, fine. And I know I'll feel better if I go to the gym. So I went to the gym. Spoiler alert, I did feel better. Friday, I felt better too. And then by Saturday, I was perfectly fine again, which was a huge relief. And obviously I'm fine now. And thankfully it wasn't a serious injury. It was just enough of an injury for me to pay attention and for me to be like, oh, I can't hurt myself. So we've been going low and slow. We've been going pretty low and pretty slow weight-wise, just to make sure that muscle is fine. And so I think starting Thursday, I will be back to doing more active stuff. For food this last week, I pretty much stuck to my meal plan. I did a lot of chicken and vegetables and rice for my meals because I had meal prepped. I don't know if you saw a couple weeks last Sunday, whenever I was live on TikTok and I was meal prepping, and I had made plenty of those meals. And it's just so nice because it's just a quick little, you take it out of the refrigerator, put it in your lunchbox, and then you put it in the microwave for a minute and 30, and then it's done. And it's not a whole lot to think about. There's also one of my favorite kind of obsessions with takeout lately has been a the Chick-fil-A 12 count nugget meal with a side salad with like none of the cheese or anything like that, or the ranch. And I'll get Texas Pete, and I'll make my own protein ranch, and I make like a buffalo chicken salad, and it's delicious. And then I'll get like a diet lemonade from Chick-fil-A, or I will get and I'll get either a Fairlife and peach syrup, or I'll like make my own peach protein shake. And essentially I like get the lemonade and like the sugar-free lemonade, and then the peach protein shake. And then instead of the peach milkshake from Chick-fil-A, I have my own peach milkshake. So that's been like my obsession. And to save some money, I've figured out how to make that buffalo chicken salad at home, and it is so good. I've gotten Tom hooked on it. I've gotten addicted to making my own ranch. Like, what I'll do for my ranch is I'll take some Greek yogurt, and then I'll take some ranch seasoning, and then I'll take some pickle juice to thin it out. I could drink that stuff. It is so good. And then I've been going through so much Greek yogurt because I'll do the ranch, and then not on top of that, I saw something on TikTok that I really wanted to try, and it was a high protein cheesecake bowl. And so it's literally just Greek yogurt and sugar-free Jell-O cheesecake pudding mix, and then you just mix it all together. Oh my God. It is so good. That has been my obsession lately, and I could literally eat like 30 of those. And so I have to be very, like, remember, I think I said this last week, I'm very flavor addicted. So if I find a flavor that I like, I'm in. So having the cheesecake bowls has been a blessing and a curse, because at the end of the day, you could be eating the healthiest of healthy food, but if you're still eating like too much of it, it's going to be inherently bad for you. So I got to dial back the cheesecake bowl, and it's pretty much just like my sweet treat, one sweet treat a day, but it's still like with some straw. I love this camera, but this camera only has a certain amount of time, like the lens, it has like a timer for how long the lens can be open, and I have to, like, anytime it hits that timer, I have to stop, turn it off, wait like 10-20 seconds, and then turn it back on. So we're gonna save up for a better camera. Anyway, diet has been pretty good. I've been staying within my macros. I've really been tracking my macros, and I did not realize how many carbs were in everything. It's a lot. We're still working on tweaking my macros a bit, and I'll get to that in a second, because actually, let's go ahead and get into it now. The scans that I have over the last 3 weeks have been so chaotic. Like, I don't know what's going on. So the first scan that I had, I was at 329 pounds, and I can't remember what the fat percentage, like all that other stuff was. So we're just going to go with actually, I can pull it up. Okay, so that first scan was done July 3rd. Excuse you. That first scan was done July 3rd, and I was at 329 pounds. My body fat percentage was 47.1 pounds, and my fat mass was 154.9. My lean mass was 167.1. That was the very first scan that I had done. Not good, not terrible. We're working on it. Last week's scan was July 7th. So even then, it was like a full 4 days later. It had me at 341 pounds with a body fat mass of 44.5%, with a fat mass of 151.7 and a lean mass of 181.9. So I had lost 3 pounds of fat, gained like 14 pounds of muscle, gained weight, but it is what it is. We thought that it was because that first scan, I had my hair down, and for the scan you have to have, which also the scan, what I'm talking about is my gym has this machine that you step on it and you scan it, and it tracks all of your measurements, and it tracks your body fat percentage, all that fun stuff. So that first scan, and you have to wear skin tight clothing, you have to have your hair up. The first scan, I didn't have my hair up, and so we thought that it didn't track my head, and that's why I was so light. And so when I had my hair up this last Monday, it tracked my head, and I gained weight because of my head. So decapitated, I was 329 pounds. With my head, it was 341. Anyway, then yesterday happened. So we get to yesterday and I step on that scanner, and I will admit yesterday it was way later than I had normally gotten them done. That first scan done was 1:35 in the afternoon. The second scan was 11:08. This scan was done at 5:30. So I don't know if it was just really late in the day. This is also after a workout. I usually try to do them before. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so this scan, listen to this. This scan had me at 327 pounds. And again, I wore skin tight clothes. I had my hair up. I did all the things right. This scan had me at 327 pounds, 46.6% body fat, 152.4 pounds of muscle mass or of fat mass, and 167.6 pounds of lean muscle mass. So I have no idea where that 14 pounds of lean muscle mass went, but I want it back. Like, if I'm being honest, I would rather have all that muscle instead of that weight. And I don't know if it was because I was on my cycle, I hadn't had enough water. I don't know what happened last week. I think I'm going to give the scan system one more try this next Monday just to see where we are. And if it's still crazy wonky, I'm giving up and I'm buying a caliper and I'm doing everything at home. And my coach, if you watch this, you can put my coals to the fire. So we're going to give it one more try. And then after that, I'm just going to be done and I'm going to do it at home. Some big things have happened. I don't know if you all can see my outfit, my shorts and my shirt, but we have a brand deal, guys. We are an ambassador for Vital Apparel. I'm going to try to stand up and see if I can't show you guys my fit without my camera going crazy. So hold on. So these are, I'll just show you guys. These are my shorts. They're camo shorts. They have pockets. They fit a lot better than I thought they were going to. I'm really excited about that. And then the back is what got me obsessed with this brand, because they're all about fitness and mental health. I think I can squat down. So if you guys can see, the back says trust the process. And let me sit down. And I loved that mentality because it is a process. And I feel like for me personally, I think I said this last time in episode 1, I am very much a victim of instant gratification. My brain wants things like the J.G. Wentworth, it's my money and I need it now. Like, my brain is like, that's my thing and I need it now. I need it done. And so I do struggle with the whole, what do you mean I didn't work? I worked out for an hour and I haven't lost 100 pounds. Like, that's so frustrating. So, and also when I would get into plateaus, I would also be like, okay, what am I doing wrong when it's just a plateau? So trusting the process is a mindset that I really want to hone in and I want to focus on. And so being able to partner with a brand that's one of their slogans is amazing. And so you can go to vitalapparel.com. I think it's VTLapparel.com. And you can actually use code OnTheFritzFitness to save on your order. I will make sure to put the description in the bio. This is not my first brand deal. I actually have a couple of others. I have one that isn't here yet, so as soon as I review that and I like it, then I'll tell you guys about it. Then I have another one that I am obsessed with, and I think you could probably figure it out from TikTok. I'm partnered with Clean Simple Eats. It's my favorite protein out there. It is the most palatable protein for me. It doesn't have that chalky aftertaste. It isn't grainy. It blends so well. The flavors are there. I love Clean Simple Eats. And you can use code SQUAD10 to save at Clean Simple Eats. And that's all the brand deals that I have now. But hey, if you're a fitness brand and you want a really cheap ambassador or a really cheap brand deal, hello, hi, my name is Abby. Wrong hand. Hello, hi, my name is Abby. It's nice to meet you. What else do we got going on? This is probably going to be a short one. Looking ahead this week, this is probably going to be a really short podcast episode because I feel like last week I was kind of laying down the foundation and I yapped for a lot longer than I did, than a lot longer than I probably will going forward. because you know how hard it is to talk to yourself for 30 to 45 minutes. It's a lot. But looking forward this week, tomorrow specifically is really special and is a treat day. It's mine and I say treat. I've talked with my coach and we've worked around my macros to make sure I can enjoy it, because tomorrow is mine and Tom's anniversary. We've been together for 2 years, which is insane to think about. And it's insane to see everything that we've accomplished in 2 years. I'm so proud of us. We're so cool. Baby, if you're watching this, I love you. But yeah, so we're going out to dinner tomorrow night for our anniversary. And so I've worked around my macros with my coach to make sure that dinner tomorrow night will fit and will not completely throw me off of track, which even if I did splurge, like I know one meal isn't going to set things back. It's the one meal every once in a while, or the frequency of that one meal. That's what sets you off kilter. But anniversary is a special day and we're going to celebrate for sure. I have already done 2 workouts this week. I've done my legs. I've done chest and tri. I did low and slow both days. My chest and tri video, I'm going to edit as soon as I get done with this. I'm going to upload it to all of the socials. But hey, if you're not following me on social media, you should follow On the Fritz Fitness and On the Fritz Baking. Pretty much On the Fritz more likely is going to lead you to yours truly. I did leg day on Monday and I did chest and tricep today. Did low and slow, made very intentional movements. I did not slip and fall on the bench did not slip out from underneath me. It's really funny. Follow me on social media, On the Fritz Fitness, On the Fritz Baking. So one of the videos that I posted on TikTok and Instagram, the bench slipped from underneath me and it scared the ever-loving poop out of me. Thankfully, I caught myself so I didn't go completely down, but I did not need to do cardio that day. My heart rate already got up. So I learned a very valuable lesson last week, and that is to make sure that your benches are secured, because that was scary. Anyway, looking ahead, I feel really good from my workouts this week. I was very intentional with my movement. I was very low and slow. I even sent some videos back and forth with my coach to make sure that my forms were right. And shout out to my coach, Belle. I love you. Thank you for answering all of my silly goose questions. I know how busy you are, and I appreciate you so much. So I'm not working out tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do I'll definitely get as much steps as I can possible in tomorrow. But tomorrow will kind of be like an active rest day. And then I have workouts Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And so some exciting news. I'm getting back into running. I'm so excited. I know it doesn't seem like I'm excited, and it's just because it's hot and I don't want to run outside. But my coach is going to do a half marathon with me, and I'm going to figure out how to put in a picture of my half marathon journey. It'll be like here somewhere if I can figure it out, right there. And I'm so excited. We're going to be doing the same one that I did in 2022. So we'll be doing the Knoxville half marathon, and it's very hilly, and I'm looking forward to it for the most part. I hope that I'm worried. How do I say this? I'm worried that I'm going to have the same experience that I did in 2022, which in 2022, like the experience and doing that half marathon for the first time was absolutely incredible. I know I could have trained better and I could have ran faster and I could have had a better pace, and I didn't. I want to make sure that I'm running this correctly this time. So I'm a little nervous about that, but my coach is going to run it with me, and I'm so excited to lace up my Hokas and my Brooks again. It's going to be fun. So I'm going to start adding in more running content and more running training videos to the mix. And then, so going forward, this last upload and this upload will probably be pretty chaotic, because I totally wanted to make sure that last week's video, or episode 1, got out last week, and it didn't. So I'm going to edit this one really quickly, and I'm going to get it live so that way I can get synced back up on my recording schedule, because my ideal recording schedule is I'll record on Monday night. So after my first workout of the week, after I've gotten my scan, so I can go over through the comparisons and I can actually look ahead to this week. And then I really want to make sure I post everything on Tuesdays. Like Wednesdays would be the latest I'd want to post. So that is, I'm hoping that you guys keep me accountable. And if I don't post on Tuesday, if I don't post a podcast episode on Tuesday, I really want you all to be like, Abby, where are you? So that's the tentative schedule. It might change. It probably will change because this is a brand new podcast and we are working out the kinks with everything. I also need to draft my interview questions and I need to reach out to people to start interviewing. And I think that's pretty much all I have. Really quickly, I do want to push and plug some fun little ditties about just other things that you can get with the community. So like I said, I am On the Fritz Fitness. I'm also On the Fritz Baking. And we actually just had our On the Fritz Baking 1-year birthday. It's been a whole year since I started selling sourdough bread and creating bread content. And it's funny, the bread actually led to, like the baking actually led to On the Fritz Fitness. Like I wouldn't have started posting this and wouldn't have rebranded my personal TikTok account, which is the account that I just like doom scrolled all like for 5 years. I would have rebranded it as a fitness account had it not been for On the Fritz Baking. So thank you, On the Fritz Baking, and happy birthday. We do have a Patreon, which is On the Fritz Baking, and we do have a private Discord server. It is behind a paywall. You do have to go through Patreon. I think it's like $10, $15 a month, but you get an amazing community of bakers that are there to support you. You get me. We also have an On the Fritz Fitness subsection in our Discord where you can post your fitness. You can post your fitness stuff. If you clearly cannot tell, I like books, and I'm getting back into books. I actually just got Crescent City, and I'm in the middle of. I'm like trying to tandem read all of the Sarah J. Maas stuff because I saw where she announced ACOTAR 6, and so I am reading Frost and Starlight, I'm reading Crown of Midnight, and then I have to start Crescent City tonight. So I'm trying to get everything caught up as quickly as I can so that way I'm ready for ACOTAR 6. But now that I know that this is a multiverse, it's kind of ruining me because I keep trying to figure out the plot. Y'all pray for me. But we do have I say all of that to A, fill time, and B, we have a book club too. And I mean, the book club really is just like we just chat about different books, mostly ACOTAR. We are kind of starting this one. This one is interesting. This A Fate Inked in Blood. I will let you all know what it feels like when I finish it. I've kind of put this one on pause so I can get through all of this stuff right here. So go to patreon.com/On the Fritz Baking, because I haven't changed it. It's still On the Fritz Baking, and you can join our Discord server. I really need to figure out more. Really, like the best thing about Patreon is the Discord. I really need to figure out more content for Patreon. It's mainly just the Discord. And then we do have a website that you can look at our bread stuff. It's just onthefritzbaking.com. It's mostly bread. If you're in Tennessee, you can order bread for me. I can't ship it outside of Tennessee. We do have On the Fritz Baking merch. I'm throwing around the idea of doing On the Fritz Fitness merch. With On the Fritz Fitness merch, I'm really, really picky because I want the clothing to be plus size accessible, because I want it to be good quality, and I want it to be cute, and I want to make sure that it's like there's a lot that I have in my head for On the Fritz merch, or On the Fritz Fitness merch. So that's going to be way down. Like I would honestly say that probably January at the earliest is when we're going to get On the Fritz merch, because I just want to make sure that I'm using a reputable brand. I have designs that I like, and yeah. But with that said, thank you for being here at the On the Fritz podcast, and we will see you all next time. Bye.